Okay, welcome everybody. Now you might notice there is a new face. Everybody can send a greeting to Adelia. Welcome, brand new
Hi,
student.
Adelia.
I enjoyed meeting you and also your daughter when I gave you your textbook this past Tuesday. So we're very happy that you could join us, and we've also got another new student who I don't believe is here right now. So welcome. Welcome. All right. Oh, we do. Melanie. Hey, Melanie, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
All right. So Adelia, you've been in Boston 5-6 years now?
Yeah, I have lived here for 7 years.
Beautiful. So many of your classmates just came to Boston or just came to America less than a year ago, or maybe 1 to 2 years ago.
Mhm.
So Adelia, do you have any advice for students who are just arriving in America or just living in Boston for their first year?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome, Adelia. And Melanie, how's it going?
I'm okay.
Good.
Sorry, I was eating some cookies because I woke up late and I'm trying to conceal eating something and participate in the class. I'm sorry.
You're fine, Melanie. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Welcome, everybody. All right, so we'll keep on moving. And now I will, so for Melanie and Adelia, the way I begin each class is I show an agenda for the day, our target. Sometimes I plan perfectly and we finish exactly but on time. Sometimes I run over, but this is generally my plan for class today. So we're going to review the worksheet due today. And for our brand new students, it's okay if you didn't finish it. But what I'll do right now is I'll show you where it is. So this is our Google Classroom page. And when I go into the page, we have the worksheet that I made here here on the left. There's the worksheet. There's the article that I gave you to read on your own. And here is the video that I gave you for supplementary material, part of which we watched in class. So the worksheet alone, I'm going to go over the instructions. So I ask everyone to summarize each passage in 25 to 30 words. Who could remind us what it means to summarize? A summary of something.
You kind of synthesize something. I don't know if it's the correct word in English, but you take something and you take the most essential part of that paragraph or something, and it becomes shorter, but it has the essential part of everything that the author tried to say.
Yes.
I don't know.
No, you're correct. And you could simplify it. You are saying what the author said in your own words. That's the simplest way to put it. A summary is an interpretation of the writing. And you'll have to do a lot of that when you get to college. So the first question I asked everybody to do is to summarize this paragraph. We went over this the last 2 classes. Do we have, well, maybe for one of our students who wasn't here, or does anybody wish to volunteer to read this? Monica, you want to read it? Oh, I think you got a microphone issue there.
Teacher, I can do it.
Go for it. Go for it, Carlos.
Okay. In Japan, there's a concept called shokunin,
Yep.
which refers to an artisan who is deeply dedicated to their craft, always striving for perfection in what they make. Quitting is like the opposite of that. It's about divorcing your ego from what you do for a living and not striving for perfection.
Very good, very good. Now, Carlos, you did a very good job on this question in particular. I wrote in the comments on your assignment. You can see my comments there. You followed the instructions very well. So I'm not going to ask you to demonstrate. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to fill in an answer, and I want you all to tell me, am I summarizing the writing? Yes or no? Am I following the instructions? So I'm going to start writing right here. If my assignment is to summarize this passage, which means in my own words, explain what it means, I want everybody to tell me if I'm following the instructions, doing it right. So here's the passage, and now I'm going to summarize what the passage means in my own words. Okay, tell me, am I summarizing the passage? Yes or no?
No.
I want to hear from everybody. And
No.
you could type in the chat if I'm doing this correctly. Am I summarizing the passage? Take your time. Take your time, and don't shout out your answer. Really take your time. I'll give everybody 1 minute, and then I want to hear everybody's answer. So I'm gonna put a stopwatch right here. Here we go. And then 1 minute, I want to hear from everyone. Am I following the directions? Okay, there's this. Oh, it's a little too glowing. I set the stopwatch for 1 minute. 1 minute. It'll beep. I see a few answers in the chat already. So those of you who answered in the chat, I'll call on a few of you. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Okay, time's up. So Carlos, Melanie, Monica, Erica, Ilse, Adelia, Andre gave answers. Now, I'm going to call on somebody random. Well, actually, you know what? I'll call on Andre. Andre, did I summarize the passage? Yes or no?
No.
Right, exactly. That's the tricky part. Exactly.
No.
And I saw what you wrote in the chat. You kind of almost did the same thing, right?
Yeah. I
That's-
try to
yeah.
explain my why no. Why no?
Exactly.
But
'Cause-
the answer is no.
Right, exactly. So you're
No.
putting yourself in the teacher's position. Did
Yeah.
this student follow instructions? And the answer is no, I didn't follow instructions. Absolutely. So everybody who wrote no, that's correct. This would get a 0 on any kind of test, because why? Who could tell me what's wrong? What am I doing wrong here? I started writing. I'm showing you that I can read and write in English, but what am I missing?
The whole point.
Exactly, Melanie. Tell us, how did I miss the whole point?
Because you didn't summarize anything that was written in the paragraph. You just took random ideas and you wrote it in the blank space, just that. Exactly.
So a few of you did this where you had really strong, and it's those of you who did this oftentimes had really strong opinions about the topic. Like, I think quiet quitting is great, or quiet quitting is a terrible idea, don't do it. And you just missed the point of the assignment completely. So what the assignment is to show that you understand the writing. So I'll give you an example of a proper summary. Okay. So that's following the instructions. Take a minute. Who can tell me what's different about this? Am I giving you my opinion about the topic?
No, teacher, you say exactly what you understand about the paragraph.
Perfect, Ilse. Yes, exactly. I'm showing that I can read and understand the paragraph. That's what you want to do when you write a summary. And it's really, really tough to do, especially for ESOL students. So it's really easy just to look at a few words you understand and then give your opinion, but you have to be careful. Are they asking for you to argue? They're not asking you if they're not asking you to make an argument, don't make an argument. A summary is just your interpretation of what the writer is saying. And that is what this worksheet is all about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to split up the class into 2. those who need to complete the worksheet, you're going to go into one group and complete the worksheet. And you can do it together. It's great to talk to each other. I'll bounce into that breakout room and say, come on, guys, talk to each other, help each other out. And those who have finished and turned it in on time will compare answers and see how we did. So,
Teacher, sorry.
yes. Mhm.
My answer is I don't take this short paragraph. I take all the paragraph, all the paragraph.
You looked at the whole article.
Yeah, the whole
Right.
article.
Exactly. We'll talk about that in a minute. So remember,
I talk about all the article,
right.
not just the.
Well, that's a
good
good
activity
point.
or just this paragraph.
Well, who can answer? Andre asked a great question. Is this asking you to summarize the entire article or summarize each passage one by one?
Each passage.
Right, right. I did notice that sometimes you were referencing different parts of the article, which wasn't irrelevant, but it showed that you were kind of looking at the entire article as a whole rather than each individual passage. So yeah, it's good exercise. It's good practice. All right, everybody. So here we go. I'm going to take a quick look to see who see. So these are the folks who I've graded already. I'll put into one breakout room. Let me know if you did finish, but for some reason it didn't submit. So let's see. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. For the students who have graded with this assignment already, I've got Carlos, Andre, there we are. So I've got Carlos, Andre, and okay, Marie's not here, that's okay. Ilse finished, I graded her work. Monica finished, I graded her work. Nurexi, but it's not, yes, she told me she couldn't make it today, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna make one breakout room with, first breakout room where you can compare your answers together. That is going to be Andre, Ilse, Carlos, and Monica. All right, now that'll be breakout room number one. For breakout room number two, we're gonna have Cleomaine, Erica, Alejandro. Now I know Alejandro, you're actually working right now, so you might not be able to chat, it's okay. Melanie and Adelia. Melanie and Adelia, it's the first day of class, so go easy on them. They're just getting started. And Winchell, okay? So breakout room one, compare your answers together. Okay. Breakout room two, you can finish it together and talk with each other. Talk it out together. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. Okay, you can join your breakout rooms now. Hi, Adelia, you can press job. All right, so we got a lot of good work done in both breakout rooms here, but we still have a little bit of confusion in terms of the instructions for the assignment. So I'm going to ask one of the students who completed it to demonstrate for students still working on it, what exactly they're being asked to do. Ilse, would you volunteer to demonstrate?
Sure, teacher.
Fantastic. So I'm going to share my screen We'll go to question number 3, and Ilse will demonstrate what exactly is being asked of students in question number 3. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3. There it is. That's question number 3. So, Ilse, if I read this and I'm not sure what to write here when I make a summary, how would you help me explain what to do here for this question?
For me, what I did was I read the paragraph and try to understand what the paragraph is for me, but I didn't I didn't give my opinion. I tried to explain in my own words what I understand.
Exactly, exactly. So I would like to get a volunteer from somebody still working on this to just try their best. Erica, would you like to give it a shot, just reading the paragraph?
Yes, teacher.
Fantastic. So Erica, you'll read the paragraph, and Ilse, you help Erica put her summary together. Sound good?
Okay.
All right, go for it, Erica.
So, since the concept of quiet quitting began reconstructing around the internet,
Mhm.
there have been countless take on it.
Mhm.
Mm,
Supporters
supporters are that
argue.
argue that quieting is a way to safeguard your mental health. Prioritize your family, friends, and patients, and avoid burnout. But many movers and shakers are
ag-
agent
against it.
against it.
Beautiful. No, it's perfect. Now, 2 vocabulary words. Ricochet. I've never taught you that word. To ricochet is to bounce, like a ball bouncing. So something is ricocheting across the internet. It's moving around the internet. Who can figure out this idiom, a mover and a shaker? I think, Andre, you're definitely a mover and a shaker, right?
Yeah.
So Andre works. He's on his feet. He's a driven individual. He doesn't stop to cry about anything when he has a bad day. He's definitely a mover and a shaker. So, Ilse, what's your advice to Erica when interpreting this paragraph, summarizing it? What should Erica do here?
For me, is that the paragraph is explaining about what is quiet quitting for one for some people.
Mhm.
For others is different meaning. For the supporters is important this and this and this.
Good. Different meanings is correct because it says countless takes on it. Your take is how people view something.
Mhm.
So some people see it one way, other people see it another way. Erica,
So, teacher, so
yeah,
I can put something like, since the concept quieting appear in internet is two different opinions. The first one is the people who think about the mental health, family, friends, and hobbies, and has another part, the opposite. Something like that is the same.
I'm going to write exactly what you're saying. Since the concept of quiet quitting appeared on the internet, there are two different opinions. Keep going.
The first one is the people who continued continuing the preoccupation about the people time with the families.
I'm not writing exactly what you're saying. I'm fixing a little bit of the grammar, so watch closer. I'm going to say the first opinion or the first one are people who want more personal time.
more
Okay.
personal time. Yeah. Prioritize their family, friends, and hobbies.
Well, I think you're on the right track. Now, remember, a summary has got to be in what? Your own what? Your own words.
Yes.
Right. So Erica is trying really hard to summarize, but it's coming when you say prioritize your friends, family, and hobbies.
Oh, so the idea is don't use the same words.
Exactly. Exactly. Take a look.
Okay.
What you're saying looks pretty close.
Okay.
When you said, since the concept of quiet quitting appeared on the internet, that's really close to the original writing. Or prioritize your friends, family, and hobbies instead of passions. You're just interchanging a few words. You want to think of a way to say it on your own. So just always watch yourself. You're getting there. Just always make sure you're not copying by accident, because then you'll get in a little, not
Yeah.
a little trouble, a lot of trouble.
Okay.
We'll go over that later. But you're getting there. You're definitely getting there. How can we say this differently? Since the concept of quiet quitting appeared on the internet, we can say something like, since quiet quitting exploded on the internet, whatever, you know what I mean? Just make sure you say it differently. But I think, Erica, I'm confident you're getting the idea. And this was good work we're getting done today. Nice job. And I think, Erica, I have confidence you'll be able to finish this on your own just fine. And you can salute Professor Ilse for helping you out. All right. Guess what time it is? It's almost 11 o'clock. So we've finished perfect timing right here. It is time to take our 10-minute break. Good work, everybody. Here we go. Let's go for our 10-minute break. Grab a cup of coffee, do what you need to do.
On every vacation at a verbal home,
Okay, everybody, here's the 10-minute timer starting now. See you in 10 minutes. Take a break.
if you're going back to school, before you submit your essays, run it through Grammarly to quickly check for spelling, punctuation,
All right, everybody. We have returned to class. We have returned, so I'm going to double check. Make sure we got the whole gang. Whoop. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to make a few adjustments to my slide here. Well, a few people are coming back. And all right.
Professor,
Hello.
I submitted my assignment. I finished it.
Excellent. Fantastic. Good work. Good work. Beautiful. That's where we want everybody to be. So right here, we have an interview with one of our alums. That's somebody who's graduated our program already. Now, what we're going to do is a bit of a listening exercise. And I'm going to put 2 questions here. Okay. All right. So you have Annie Sanchez, who was this time last year where you are in level 6, getting ready for college. She's now received a first literacy scholarship, which means she did so well that she received some grant money to continue studying, which means she doesn't have to pay. Now, luckily we have an agreement with Bunker Hill Community College. When students do well in our level 6 program, and the students that we endorse to take English 111 at Bunker Hill Community College also get that price tag. Everybody see what number I'm holding up? 0. So the students who finish this class and follow along with assignments regularly that we feel confident in endorsing to go on to Bunker Hill, they get to take their first class for this much tuition free, which is really unheard of, especially in America. America, people pay more money to go to college than anywhere in the world. And people come from around the world to go to college here. So for whatever reason, people want to come to college, come to this country to get this education. And so we have a huge opportunity, but we have to get everybody ready. That's the hard part. So she's been through the first 2 classes. She's passed her English 111, English 112, and she did so well that she got more money from an organization called First Literacy to continue studying. So she's continuing her college education and getting funding for it. This is the ideal situation. That's where you want to be in a year's time. Pass English 111, pass English 112, and then apply for scholarships so that you can get your college education without paying for it. When I interviewed her, here's one of the questions I asked her. What was it like finishing college and working at the same time? So remember, last week I asked everybody to make a schedule. That's one of the hardest things to do. You've got your job, you've got your kids, and then you got to go to school. That's tricky. What was it like? I'm going to ask two students to answer this. When they listen to her, what was her answer? Would you say, what was it like finishing college and working at the same time? Who wants to volunteer to answer this question? Nerexi, Monica, Carlos, Cleoman, anybody want to volunteer to answer this question?
I am here.
Would you
I
like,
am here. Nerexi.
Nerexi, would you like to answer this question?
The first one?
Yeah, but you get when I play her answer.
Okay.
So
I got it.
Nerexi, great. You, I think, were at the graduation ceremony. You might have seen her. Nerexi.
The last time?
Yeah, our graduation ceremony in May.
No,
Oh, you
no.
couldn't make it. Okay, never mind. So Nerexi will answer this question. Let's get one more person to answer this question, to join Nerexi. Adelia, would you like to give it a shot? This is a listening exercise.
Okay.
Okay, so Adelia and Nerexi. Adelia and Nerexi. What was it like finishing college and working at the same time? All right. Now, the next question, how was college in America different from college where she is from? So a lot of you have come to America with advanced degrees, but there are differences. There are cultural and academic differences everywhere. So for this question, who would like to take it? Ilse, Melanie, Monica, Andre.
I would like to answer it.
Melanie, all right. So Melanie, who would like to join Melanie? Cleoman, you want to give it a shot? So this is listening.
Me, teacher.
Erica, you got it. So Erica, you can join Melanie. All right. Here we go. All right, so I added the subtitles to the video after I interviewed her. So here we go. So we're going to listen to the interview, and then Nerexi and Adelia will take the first question. Melanie and Erica will take the second question. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Everybody can hear okay?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Hello, my name is Annie Sanchez. I'm a student at Bunker Hill Community College, and I started my studies at Centro level 6. And I'm happy to share with you guys all my experience and all this journey. This been an adventure, but it's something really important for your professional goals.
Thank you so much, Annie.
Okay, I was
it was blocked by the subtitles. What was it like?
Sorry, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, she was about to answer. I paused it. Working while studying. What was it like working while studying?
okay. I was a little bit tired. To be honest, I was really tired. I was really tired because it was a little tough, and definitely study and working is something difficult, but if you want to do it, if you want to grow up, you can do it anyways. You try to figure out the schedule and be focused in your goals in the future.
So here's the second question. How was college in America different from college where she is from?
Simple things like to write an essay is different because I was always working with APA norms, and now here is OMA. So
MLA, yeah.
MLA. So first of all, that's completely different, and was just I have to change my shift or mind, and just keep going and try to learn and try to read a lot of things to learn how to do it here, because yes, it's completely different, but here I found a lot of support in every way, so that's better. Okay, right here, in that moment I was just one
class.
teacher, one teacher, one class, but that was demanding because you have to do it by yourself. It's not flexible. It's not like you have everything, or your teacher is all the time telling you what do you have to do. No, we have something called Syllabus, and it's like the checklist for everything what you have to do, and then you have to do it by yourself. It's a short explanation from your teacher, and then you have to do it. So you have to try.
Meeting Mayor Wu and how that felt.
Yeah, that was a surprise for me as well. I knew that she's gonna be there, but I thought that was like simple ceremony, but it wasn't. That was an important ceremony, and the honor to receive that scholarship from her was amazing, because it's like see the opportunities that this country have, and she was really nice. She was encourage you to grow up and still focus on your goals and your professional goals. And yeah, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful. Oh, the principal advice is really pay attention and take it seriously, because this is not just I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna receive a certification and that's it. No, right now is the opportunity to understand how the education works in United States. It's completely different in our countries. It's different, and it's gonna be demanding. And at El Centro, they are really flexible. Teacher George is flexible, but it's not gonna be like that in college. So just take everything in this class and learn a lot how to write, how to use your grammar, and yeah, and you're gonna be fine. And that way, if you focus in this, you're gonna understand very well how college works.
Annie, thank you so much. Okay, so true story, there she is. She met the mayor last month when receiving her first literacy scholarship. There's the picture. There it is. All right, so yes, these are all my students. Very proud moment right there. So that's her right there. You might recognize a few of the other faces, but there she is. She got to receive the first literacy scholarship. That's money to continue going to college. So I hope that is inspiring, motivating for everybody.
Totally.
Excellent, excellent. I can see it in your face, Norexi. You are inspired. So let's get started. Fantastic. What was it like finishing college and working at the same time for Annie? And I can tell you a little bit. She was working at a restaurant, so she was on her feet all day, every day, but still turning in her assignments.
Okay, I have to start.
Go for it, Alexi. Yeah.
Yeah, I am working, but my baby is sleeping, so I am free.
Tell us first about her. What did she say it was like?
Annie said she study while work. So she said she was tired, but she can do it or does because she keep focus, and she does she made schedule that and you have to be no to yeah to have she has professional goal personal.
Professional and personal goals. Yes.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's inspirational, definitely.
Inspirational. Very good. Yes. All right. And by the way, everyone, I'm sending this interview to the WhatsApp group so you can watch it on your own later. Nice job, Narexi. Adelia, what would you like to add that you took away from this question? What was it like finishing college and working at the same time?
As I understood, she said that it was a hard time for her finishing college and working in the same time because she doesn't have enough time, not enough time, enough time. And she said that if you really want to take an advantage, no,
Advantage.
Advantage in the United States, you have to focus on your goal or target and keep studying, and also thanks that the schedule of her job was flexible, she could match the schedule to lessons in the college. And
excellent. Yes.
Yeah, and it helped her to finish college, and because of her hard studying in the college, she could get a scholarship.
Excellent. Very good takeaway, Adelia. I'm impressed. This is your first day of class and you're already an all-star with your listening. Fantastic, Adelia. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, now for the next question. How was college in America different from where she is from? We've got Melanie and Erica to answer this one. Melanie, are you ready?
I'm sorry, I will have to skip it because mom entered the room and she was asking me something, and I had to listen to her and try to listen to the video, and I didn't catch up. I'm sorry.
That's okay, no problem. Yes, but you can listen on your own. I just sent it to everyone on WhatsApp. Erica, what was your takeaway from this question?
Teacher, my internet is not so good, but I can hear some things like here the education is with us something like MLA and OIM, but I don't know what is that.
I'm going to you're right on target. I'm going to actually go back to that question so everybody can hear. So here, this is it. What was it like? How is studying in America different? So I'll play it one more time for everybody. Here we go.
But anyways, you try to figure out the schedule and be focused in your goals in the future. Simple things like to write an essay is different because I was always working with APA norms, and now here is OMA. So
MLA, yeah.
MLA. So first of all, that's completely different, and was just I have to change my shift or mind, and just keep going and try to learn and try to read a lot of things to learn how to do it here, because yes, it's completely different, but here I found a lot of support in every way, so that's better.
Now she continued on a little bit later. She said the teacher gives you a syllabus. There it is.
I knew, but it wasn't telling you what do you have, one teacher, one class, but that was demanding because you have to do it by yourself. It's not flexible. It's not like you have everything, or your teacher is all the time telling you what do you have to do.
So that's one of the biggest cultural differences. She says, I only took one class, but it was demanding. The teacher is not doing what? The teacher does not tell you what to do all the time. The teacher will not call you. The teacher will not say, stand over you and say, do this, do this, do this, do this. That doesn't happen.
No. We have something called Syllabus, and it's like the checklist for everything what you have to do, and then you have to do it by yourself. It's a short explanation from your teacher, and then you have to do it.
So there it is. Melanie, Erica, did you hear that part right there? I can tell. Yes. I'm looking at Norexi. Norexi heard it loud and clear. Very different. So that's college in America. And when you grow up in America, you get ready for this. When you go to high school in America, your high school teacher says, when you get to college, they will not be following around telling you what to do. They will give you a syllabus and you do it on your own. But if you come from another country, you don't get that growing up. So it's total, you're thrown in and you survive or you don't, or you waste your money.
It's actually funny because in my country, at the universities, they help you, like they give you assignments, but they explain what they want you to do, so you can deliver the correct things, and you don't have to like do all this work about thinking, oh, what am I gonna put in this? No, they tell you, I want this, that, and that. You have to deliver this assignment to me like on Friday and something like that. And even in the classes, it's different, you know, because the teachers walk around and help, and I don't see myself like I'm trying to see that in here and see how bad it's gonna be for me, but gosh.
Well, tell us first, Melanie, where are you from?
Cape Verde.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, oh, you know, you want some inspiration? One of her, I'll tell you, one of her classmates, there you go, another recipient. We have another Cape Verdean recipient right here. My student from last semester, Alessi Borges. She also received a first literacy scholarship. She's actually doing a research project on Cape Verdean Creole in the Boston area. So wow. I hope that inspires you. So what Melanie's talking about is there are very big cultural differences Now, Annie here, she's Colombian, but she's also talking about these cultural differences. What did she say was different about going to college in America? She used two words. She said, not APA, but MLA. And then she said, the teacher gives you something called a, what's that?
Checklist.
Yes. Now, what different word she used for the checklist?
And what does mean APA? What does mean APA? What did you mean about APA?
I'm going to answer that in a minute. I want to see if anybody knows. Who knows?
Okay.
Who can answer Winchel's question? It's a great question.
And she said APA and MLA.
Yeah. Does anybody know? Anybody heard of either of these things? Okay. Good question, Winchell. APA is American Psychological Association. And this is the, hang on a second, I forgot the first word for the M. It's the Language Association. Hold on a second. Forgot the name of this one. MLA is Modern Language Association. I forgot what the M in MLA means. But what these are, it's citations. What's a citation? You'll be going over this with Ashley later on. Citations are for research. When you write your paper and you get information from another source, you have to cite the source, where it came from. And some schools ask for APA, other schools ask for MLA. Annie from Columbia said when she graduated college, it was all APA style citations, and she had to learn a new style of citation going to school in America. So she said writing an essay, even though she already spoke English and wrote English pretty well, she had to adapt her citation style following the instructions. That's what that was all about. Now,
I didn't know anything about that.
That's makes me feel great. You know why?
Interesting.
I'm a teacher. If I'm not teaching you something, I'm not doing anything. Now that so
I've never heard that, teacher.
there you go. That's why we have these classes. That's we don't just. That's why it's important to follow along with class here, so you don't just sign up for college and throw away your money. You got to get ready for all this stuff. So that's a citation style when you're writing a paper. You have to follow in the instructions. What citation style are they asking you for? In graduate school, it was MLA for me in undergrad, and then it was Chicago style in graduate school. So totally different. So you have to pay close attention to those instructions. Citations.
George, I have a question, but here some program are MLA and another APA, or every program syllabus in the college work with MLA.
Well, the best takeaway is it doesn't matter what every program does. You have to read your what? That's the new word I'm introducing today. Your syllabus.
Syllabus.
That's what I'm teaching. This is a brand new word for everybody. So the syllabus is the checklist of what you have to do. And what Melanie was saying is, in her experience going in a Cape Verdean school, is the teacher will follow you and tell you every day what you have to do. Do this, do this, do this. In America, they just give you a syllabus and say, and you look at the date and you follow the instructions exactly on the syllabus. So that's the way it works in America. The teacher will teach the lesson. They'll give you the information, but the work is done on your own. That's the way we do it here. And that's the way and that's why you'll hear from me and you'll hear from Ashley, do the work on your own. So that's why that's that big shift. Everyone's like, what? I thought I just turned on Zoom and practiced my English. No. You have to do the work on your own. Make time so that we know we can confidently send you to college. So Erica, I want to give you a chance. What did you hear was one of the differences in college she experienced?
She say, but it's too demanding, but she get a lot of support from the teachers, but she has to do everything for herself.
Exactly. Beautiful. Excellent job, Erica. She had to do it on her own. So now I'm going to show you the syllabus for English 111, the exact syllabus, not a syllabus, but the syllabus for English 111 from her professor. I redacted the name, which means you won't have the contact. I didn't give anyone the contact information to this professor. You cannot harass them. But here is the actual syllabus from English 111. And that is your next assignment. Here we go. Following a syllabus. So let's read the instructions together. Okay. Nurexi or anybody else want to read right here?
I can.
Go for it, Nurexi.
Okay. A syllabus is a schedule of assignment and course guidelines that professor in college give at the start of each semester.
Yeah.
This is a sample syllabus from Bunker Hill Community College, English 111.
There you go. So this is the real thing. You get to see exactly what you'll be following in the spring if we endorse you for college. All right. I'll read the rest right here. In class, we will read the syllabus together. That's what we're going to do right now. We'll identify which skills you will need to pass. On a separate Google document, identify what skills you will need to pass 111 when you start college. Keep your writing in a short paragraph between 45 to 60 words. So we've got 15 minutes right now. I'm going to review with everybody how to open a Google document in the last 5 minutes of class. Right now, we're going to take a look at this syllabus together. We'll read most of it together, but you want to identify which skills you will need to pass.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So the syllabus is marked as an assignment for next week.
Yes.
We'll have to. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
No, I didn't get what we have to do with it.
Take a look right here.
Uh-huh.
On a separate Google document. Read this for me, Melanie.
Yeah.
On a separate
Google document, identify what skills you will need to pass English 101 when you start college.
Yes.
Keep your writing in short paragraph between 45 60 words.
Yeah. So now what exactly am I asking you to do for this assignment?
To tell you, like in the assignment, what
No, I'm
skill.
asking you to write one paragraph.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm asking you to write one single paragraph. That's it.
Okay.
But you want to identify the skills you will need to pass English 111 in that paragraph. To pass English 111, when I start college, I will need to. That's it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. And it'll be on a separate Google Doc. So I'll review how to open a Google Doc with everybody. Okay, let's take a look at it. So here is the actual syllabus. I took the, right here, you might see a little something right here. This would be the professor's name and contact information. I covered that up so you, just to keep the professor's identity secret. So this poor professor doesn't get a bunch of emails from my students. All right. So here we are, English 111. What does this say right here?
We can come and ask question.
Office hours.
Yeah. So
No.
the class is all online, just like this, online, but their office hours are in the afternoons on Wednesdays. So that means the professor has to be available on Wednesdays in the office. So if you're having trouble, that means you find out the professor's office hours. If you're confused, you're not sure what to do, then the professor is available on Wednesdays between 4:30 and 5:30. That's what office hours means. So it gives right here the required materials. They'll ask you for a school email. They'll ask you to have a USB, notebook, some kind of device, computer of some sort. And then they give a course description right here. And let's start right here with critical reading. Who wants to read this part right here? Critical reading, where I've highlighted.
I want to try.
Go for it.
Identify the thesis and support evidence, which are sources.
Good.
Evaluate
Good.
supporting evidence and sources for logical flows. Crack 1, summer 2022 transition program. Evaluate whether evidence supports and sources claim. Evaluate relate strength of compassion's claim on multiple results.
Good. So that's called critical reading. And what we were doing in the assignment just now is critical reading, where I was asking you, what is the writer saying? That's critical reading. So you'll read different passages and you'll be asked to identify what's the writer saying here? What's the writer saying here? Now, for research, who would like to read this part, research? Actually, Winchell, you're, I think, moving. Melanie, would you like to read this?
Okay. Research. Locate multiple types of appropriate sources, including print, web, online databases, and multimedia, using academic databases and search engines. Evaluate the authority, currency, relevancy, and bias of sources. Take notes, including summaries, paragraphs, and quotes, which will effectively support a thesis-driven paper.
Right. So what is that? I'm not sure if Ashley's gone over a thesis with you or not.
A thesis?
Yeah, has she gone over that with you, or still on just paragraphs?
A thesis is an idea.
Now, Melanie, you haven't had class with Ashley yet, right?
What?
You haven't met Ashley, the other teacher of this class. You haven't met her yet, right?
I did.
Okay, great. Did she go over a thesis with you or no?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Anybody else? Did Ashley go over a thesis yet? Okay, so that's gonna be a little bit later in the semester. I'm looking at the assignments, but a thesis is an argument or an idea, a main idea. So what Melanie was saying, what skills will you need right here to do research?
It's a support you have for to make your homework,
Yeah,
your
exactly.
profession. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. But specifically writing. Norexi, you got it. So you'll be writing something. You'll be making an argument in about a topic, and you'll have to do research to find credible sources, and that's where the citations of MLA come in.
You have to be critical.
Mhm.
I don't know the correct word in English, but in our country, it kind of means you have to have a scientific thinking, and you have to search for the right sources like Google Academics and scientific books. Is that it?
Yeah, or you could say academic sources. Yeah, you have to find credible sources. You can't search. You shouldn't find your sources on TikTok. Basically, you have to find credible information to support your argument in your writing. To keep it simple, yes, that's absolutely right. Yes, critical writing. Who wants to read this section? Critical writing. Ilse, you want to give it a shot?
Okay. Critical writing. Use a writing process which moves from gathering ideas through planning, drafting, revising, and editing. Choose appropriate evidence from sources to effectively support a paper thesis. Incorporate multiple perspectives in discussion of an issue. Prove a paper's thesis through logical analysis, evaluation, and/or synthesis. Apply MLA documentation guidelines from parenthetical citations and works cited.
There you go. This has a lot of fancy words, but to keep it simple, you have to find evidence to prove your argument in your paper and make proper citations. That's the simplest way to understand this. Find evidence to make your argument when you're writing a paper and show that you can cite your sources properly. That's critical writing. So make an argument, a persuasive piece of writing backed up with credible evidence. Now, here's the really important stuff. How do you pass the class? You want to pass the class. Andre, what I'm underlining right here.
Yes, course assignments. You will write into papers over the course of the semester. 3 papers will require you
To answer? It's okay.
no, the paper will require you to answer the selected questions
Prompts
in a paper of 2.5 to 3 for each paper. You will be expected to analyze the sources and then come to a conclusion about the answers involved. You will then explain and support your conclusion about this ensure in your essay.
There you go. Beautiful. So this is why I'm putting a star here. So what is it you have to do to pass the class? You have to write 3 what?
Papers.
There you go. That's it. So English 111, you've got to write 3 good papers. And all the fancy words about evidence and citations, you have to prove that you can do the work and write 3 papers. So in a semester, you got to finish 3 papers and you got to finish them on time. So let's keep going. What else do we need to do? This is the most important. You will write 3 papers, and then they give you first due date, second due date, third due date. Just the way we do this on Google Classroom, you have to submit it online on time. First paper, second paper, third paper, boom. Now, what else do we need to do? Oh, and this is very important. All paper submissions fall on Fridays and should be submitted by when?
12 a.m.
Right. So what happens, there's a million stories about students, 3 o'clock in the morning submitting their paper and then writing an email to the professor, please, 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 all that stuff. So you have to organize your time. So they're very strict about turning in the paper on time. So 3 papers. What else? Narexi, would you read this part?
Sure. Class attendance is extremely important. The best policy is not to miss any class. You will be allowed up to 2 absences during the semester. After the second, you can George. Thank you. Absences, your final grade will be reduced by a minimum of 1/2 letter grade.
Yep.
A student who has missed an excessive number of classes, 4 or more, will not receive a passing grade for the course.
There you go. So that's to keep it simple. And the rest is about plagiarism. That means don't copy somebody else's writing. And that's cultural as well. In many countries, you're supposed to copy what somebody else wrote. In America, we get very upset when you copy what somebody else wrote. And then this is class participation. This is where the speaking comes in, a very small amount of speaking. So it's mostly writing, but for those of you who want to speak, this is where the speaking comes in. You'll be expected to be an active participant in small and large group discussions and peer reviews, so be prepared to be an active member. That's where they judge your speaking ability. So it's not like speaking in this class where we just want to know about your grammar and your pronunciation. To speak in college, you have to show that you have come prepared, done the work, and have something interesting to say. Whole different world. So that's it. That's English 111. Now, let me show you, let's go over the Google document. So I have joined the class right here from another email, just to show you how to create a Google document. The last thing I'm going to show you today as we finish up. So here it is. I've joined as a student. After I read the syllabus, I need to follow the assignment. What should I do here when I'm going to, once I read this syllabus and I know what skills I need to learn to pass English 111, what do I need to do?
We need to identify what is the area.
No, right here, Andre, on a separate Google document.
We
You
have to do, we have to do a document where we are going to write in a short paragraph
Right.
between 45, 60 words.
Now, yes, now notice I've joined as a student. So Melanie and let's see, hold on one second. I want to ask Melanie and Adelia, do you know what to do from here to turn in the assignment? Google document.
We have to write
On what?
what skills we need.
Who can tell?
On Google Docs.
Right, so which one do I,
Docs.
Docs, right. So that's it. I create a Google document. I give it a title. There we go. Or I don't even need to give it a title. And this is it. It's already got my name on it. And then I start writing. And once I start writing, there it is. The skills I will need to, well, you get the idea. So that's how you do it on a Google document. So you just follow this right here, add or create. Now, once I'm finished, what do I press?
Submit.
Yep, turn in. So I go back here and I can check my spelling, I check my grammar, and then once I know I've done the assignment and I've showed what I've learned from reading the syllabus, I press turn in, and that's it. Any questions from anybody? It's 12:01. We're finished for today. Okay, everybody. Thank you all.
Bye.
I'll see you next week.
You guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
teacher.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Bye-bye.